All right. Well, okay. Welcome to another edition of Get to Know Your TPM Members Hot Ones edition. So I'm here with Jeremy Ryder, who's very hesitant, by the way. He's not pumped about this.
I am not.
He's not excited, which makes it so much better for you guys. Actually, I'm going to pour some milk.
Yeah.
Proactively. Do you already have some?
I do.
Okay.
And for the record, I'm excited to be with Phil. I'm not excited
Well,
to.
thank you.
Yeah.
So I am here in Mountain View visiting, and I'm going to be doing this a few times throughout the next week. I'm not excited about that, by the way. So, all right. Let's make this a reality. Okay. So the first sauce, and I guess we're going this way.
Yep.
Left or right. So the first sauce we got here is Gilberto's, and it's zesty cayenne. It's not that hot. A good starter wing, right? Mm-hmm. So let's take a bite, and then I'll ask you the first question.
All right.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers, man.
All right.
To the death.
See, not too bad, right?
Oh, bad.
So, have you ever met anybody famous?
And
tell me about that time, or the most famous person, right?
Okay.
Tell me about that experience.
I've met this one person famous.
Okay.
His name is Bobby Hebert. He was a quarterback way back in the days in the NFL.
Okay.
My grandparents had a lake house across from his lake house, and one summer my cousins and I were there, and he was there with his granddaughters, I think.
Okay.
And so like we hung out with the granddaughters the whole summer. Got to know him really well, and like played football with him in the yard. It was super cool. It was
So
really
did
cool.
you know of him from his career previously to
I
like?
had no idea who the guy was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So like I wasn't like starstruck at the time.
Right.
But then once I learned who he was, I was definitely more like starstruck.
Yeah.
Especially super cool when he threw
Catching
football.
passes from a
Yeah,
NFL
yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah, and then my cousin and I were showing off and showboating in the boat that we were playing in. And we were being a little too stupid, and so he basically like banned us from hanging out with his granddaughters. So that was the extent of our
too rowdy of kids to hang out with the daughters. Huh?
Evidently, jumping out of the side of a moving boat is not is frowned upon. Which
Sounds like a lot of fun though.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good time. Cool. All right, moving on to the second one. So
right.
this is actually my favorite hot sauce.
All right.
So it's O Brothers Organic Habanero. Really good, really tasty. A little spice to it, not too bad. But you can let me know what you think.
All right.
All right. Really good flavor. It's not going to kill you. This is kind of the work-related question I'm going to be asking everybody.
All right.
But as far as your role, you can go role or a specific job.
All right.
I know you're a lead on our team.
Indeed.
What's something that you really, really enjoy about your current role? And then what's something that is more of a struggle or something that is less of a favorite part of the job? We all have the likes and dislikes of the role, right?
Yeah. That one is definitely spicier than the prior.
Kicks it up a little bit.
Yep. I'm
Kicks it up a little bit.
I'm nervous about the direction here.
You're good.
What do I like about my job? I think the thing I probably enjoy the most is definitely probably the team itself. I think we've got like just some super awesome people, both here in Mountain View, obviously where I sit, in Austin, Boulder, Seattle. And I've enjoyed like getting to know just kind of like the various people and kind of like their skill sets, and like I'm amazed at like how many like awesome people are here in Google.
Yeah.
In TPM. I think that's just been really, really fun for me.
Yeah.
And it's been cool to like join the team and kind of like grow up around these people who are very good at what they do. I think from a challenge perspective, I think it would probably be like probably just like how like learning all the tools, how the tools work, kind of the like y'all's day to day in those specific tools. Because definitely from coming from the outside in, I don't know the complexity of like, you know, creating a panel as an example, or doing an HT packet. And so for me, that's been a bit of a, I wouldn't say a source of frustration, but a struggle to learn that because I don't do it every day.
Right.
But then like how to like connect and like help you all through that.
It's got to be tough coming in like a lead position and then having to back up to go forward and actually manage the team, saying like, what do the tools look like? You know, what are the day-to-day, and learn that, and then be able to manage it properly. So.
Yeah, and how do we make things easier is probably not the right word, but like how do we make things more efficient, and then just like the larger complexities of a G hire type scale.
Right.
At a place like Google, it's not like there's 30 people using it. There's like thousands of people using it, and then you have like compliance and legal and everyone else kind of checking in on the system too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fun.
Oh man,
keeping us on our toes, right? We're moving on. Let's do it.
Lord.
All right. The rest of the questions are all just fun. We got that one out of the way.
All right.
Zing. All right, here we go. So this one is actually, am I missing? I think I'm
Yeah.
missing one of the sauces. I'll put it over here.
All right, cool.
You want to grab that sauce for me? The one with the bullet? The one with the bullet hanging off it? That's always a good sign. The one that's right, no, it's right by the thermos. Yeah, thank you, Suchi. We got great help here. Suchi,
And we're
ladies
assuming the
and gentlemen.
camera is in fact recording, because that would be terribly terrible if it's not recording.
It is. It
It
should
is.
be on.
All
right?
right, Chloe's got it. My daughter is here too, by the way.
We got
watching
the whole
stuff
club,
for-
and this is why there's editing. We'll chop this down.
yeah.
Thank you for all your help, ladies. Okay,
All
so
right.
this one is this is a really good flavored one, but it does have Carolina Reaper in it. It's the Bravado Spice Company, and it's black garlic and Reaper. So,
All right.
all right.
Yeah, gosh, where do I even start?
You can do it, Jackie.
All right. Not too bad, right?
Yeah, I took a nibble.
Oh, God.
Look, people, as you get older, you get smarter, man. You want to play this game.
Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom.
Okay.
Cool. So who's somebody that you admire? And tell me why. And it doesn't have to. You can go one of two ways. You can go more like a famous person that you've looked up to, or a role model, or somebody that's written a book, or somebody in your life, right? Either one.
Ooh, gosh, who? That's a good question. My daughter says I should pick her. I do admire her. She's a great dancer, great kid. Who do I admire? That's a really good question. I honestly haven't put a lot of thought into it. I'll think about the person, but I'll tell you what I admire about people.
Okay.
Or like the traits.
Some of
that
the
I admire.
attributes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I don't want to articulate this as my mouth is burning. I think the things that I admire about people are like people who, specifically like in any situation, be it a celebratory situation, a really like hard situation, like a personal thing, or whatever, like the gamut of emotions that one can feel when they show up in that moment, and like you look at that person's conversing with you or supporting, whatever the case may be, and like you feel like the only person in the world in that moment is that person, and that's so hard to do, because I know it, like myself included, like you always kind of like start to go off in other places. But like in that moment, you're like, man, there's no other person in this person's world with me in front of them. And I've had a friend who's like that. I think the other thing is like in those conversations that someone can similar conversation, but a similar admiration is like people in those moments who can like ask these probing questions and like really just seem to like help dig you out of you, and like help to really understand you.
It's really good.
And then maybe like months later, that person kind of circles back into your life, and like they remember that moment, and they bring up the things that you said to like counsel you and coach you and direct you. And I think those are like traits that I love, that are so unique to find in most people. But like when you have those relationships, you have those connections, they make them great. So I think if I were to pick a person, it'd be probably a good friend of mine, Matt. Who, as I'm articulating this, was that very much. He's been there for a lot of like hard times, a lot of celebratory times, and he's like someone who is probably like one of my like greatest accountability partners.
That's awesome.
Like I can text him or call him about anything, and in that moment, it's like, man, it's just me and Matt, and that's it, and it's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Awesome. So, all right, we're moving on. This is the bomb. This is where things heat up.
Oh Lord.
So this is the bomb beyond insanity. If you watch the Hot Ones show, this is the catalyst. This is the tough one. So,
This is the catalyst, but yet you've decided to take it a step further.
so that's how they do it. So in
Okay.
this show, what they do, they actually have this as 8. And,
Okay.
And so this is the toughest one to get down, I would say, like heat wise. But this one has higher Scoville units. But once you're over this, once we do this, we can do it.
Okay,
Okay.
We've reached the pinnacle of
yeah.
hotness.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
Here we go.
Lord. All right.
Bottoms up.
Yeah, felt that immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little love there. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Immediately.
yeah. It's going to hit you.
Oh.
Hit you right in the goods. All right. Yeah, I might dip into the milk too.
Lord have mercy.
So,
All right. All is not well in my mouth.
we got this. So, who was your favorite band or musical artist 10 years ago?
Oh gosh. Lord, that's hot. This is exactly the reason I didn't want to do this, by the way.
But you're doing so good.
I'm trying. Who was my favorite band 10 years ago? I'm going back. I'm trying to think how old I am, what was I doing then. Oh, there's the tears. Probably, and it still is today, actually. I really like this band called Spoon. I think they're awesome. Really good band, really unique. And every album they do, it's very different than the last album. And so you will have one will have horns in it. The next one will have jazz or saxophones, and the list goes on. So every experience, every album is completely different. The only thing that's consistent is that lead singer. I think it's just fantastic. I love their music today.
So even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So what kind of music is it?
I think if you were to like classify them, they're definitely kind of in the indie world. Okay. But just brilliant, really great musicians, really unique. About the time my wife and I were, at the time, I think had just gotten married, but huge fans of Spoon then. And I was like, oh yeah. So when I was 27, we were married and we were jamming down to Spoon. So
Love it. You got through it. Yeah. Ooh, a little sweat coming over here.
Oh yeah, man.
Ooh, I can't wait to see you.
So, last one.
I don't know if I got it in me, man.
You got a bite. Here we go.
All
right. Cheers. We made it.
Cheers. Oh, this is miserable.
Oh,
All right.
All right.
That one went down the pipe, bro. Dude.
So, I like this question. So, if you could pick any skill to instantly have, what would you pick?
Oh man, I think I would crying on demand. No, I would probably go back to my friend Matt. Honestly, I think how he's impacted me and how that's always made me feel.
Yeah.
And people that I know that know him, if I could figure out that, that deep connection, like high investment, high relational, it's just me and you type person. I don't know what to call it, but
being in the moment.
Being in the moment and be like, really in the moment. I'd take it just like that in a heartbeat.
That's awesome. What about? Yeah. Oh man. What about like a fun one, like a different language or like carpentry?
Let's be so serious here. Ooh, good one. Ooh, I'd probably love to pick up acting.
Yeah,
I like
that'd be
acting,
cool.
man. I think acting is a holy biscuits. I'd love to be like a Jim Carrey type actor, or not Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey, the mask guy. It's the right person, right? Yeah. I'd love to do that, man. I think it'd be so awesome. Just be that ludicrously funny, like an Adam Sandler or someone else, just like bananas. I'd love to pick that up in a heartbeat.
I love it. So, thank you for watching. Today was Jeremy Ryder. There'll be more to come.
Pray for us.
It's going to burn twice. All right. Thank you, Jeremy, so much. It was an absolute pleasure.
My man, thank you.
Made it.
To the milk.
To the milk. Thank you.
Cheers.
Oh, man.